In a previous episode, I was using these two tools, mostly this one, to remove pins from a connector like this, which is a standard density D-sub connector. This time, I need to remove some pins from a connector like this, which is a high density connector, and you can see, perhaps not very well, let me see if I can get that these pins are a lot closer together than these pins, which is why they're called high density. And so for that, I need a different tool. I have this connector that I would like to reuse, and I don't need anywhere near as many connections coming into this. Now this connector is a high density one. You can see that it has a lot more pins. It's a total of, it looks like about 80 pins. If I'm counting correctly, it says 80 right there. And so these are quite a bit smaller, which means the tool that I used in my previous video to remove the pins won't work. So I purchased a new tool that's designed specifically for the smaller connectors. And just like a lot of the other tools, not like the one I showed last time, there's an end for inserting as well as an end for extracting. And I'm pretty sure this is the extracting end here. So I've practiced with this quite a bit, and I think I've gotten the system down now. It takes a little bit of fiddling, but basically what I try to do is one of the things I should point out is this is split right here. And so there are two halves to this, one that can be pushed that way and the other that can be pushed that way. So it takes a little bit of maneuvering and there's an open side here. So what I want to do is put the open side away from me and kind of slide this over. And then it takes a little bit of finessing to get it in the hole. Now once it's in the hole, I want to wiggle it. Sometimes I have to push it like that. And there's a little hole there I can see that should go all the way in, and you can see there we go. I got a click. So now I'll turn this about 90 degrees or so and see if it'll come out. It doesn't always come out the first try, so sometimes I'll rotate it a little bit more. Whoops, it turns out I didn't have it all the way in. So now if I rotate it, again, there are some points where it's easy to pull out, whereas other points it's really hard to pull out. So now that I have that out, I can push it aside and move on to the next one. And this one, of course, was much easier. It went straight in. So I'll turn this, pull it out, and then just keep doing this until I remove all of these wires, and then I can put new wires in. And by the way, you can see that I already removed quite a few wires, and I did that because I was practicing to figure out what technique worked the best with this, and as you can see, I've got it to the point now where I can do it fairly quickly. Now for this case here, where there's one wire going behind the other, I'll start with the wire that's in front because it'll be more accessible. So I'll work on getting this in to the hole like so, get it all the way in, and then turn it a few times until it releases. And this does take some fiddling a few times, especially when the wires are so close together. I just realized that was a little off camera. So I'll do another one. Okay, this one went in very easily. And sometimes I feel a click as I rotate it, and then once I do that, then it's easy to get it out. So I don't have too many more left to go, and then I'll be able to rewire this. So as you see, I was able to get a little bit faster near the end. The hardest part is wiggling it in there and getting it all the way in. But once I did that, I discovered that if I turned it 180 degrees, that almost always allowed me to pull the wire out with the pin right away. So now I have an empty connector and a bunch of wires, and I'm going to try to figure out what I need to wire the new cable, and then I'll come back. I may reuse some of these pins and just push them into the right socket, or I may put on new pins. I'll see what I need to do. And this is a preview of where I'm going to be using this connector, from which I just removed all the pins. This is a cable I'm going to make in the next video, so stay tuned. Please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, comment below, and I'll see you next time.